In this lecture, we're going to create buttons in the UI. The goal is to create a button for each choice in the story. So far, we've been creating elements with the UI Builder. It's completely possible to create elements with code. Unity exposes its classes to help us build elements. Let's try using them to create a button. In your editor, open the dialog state. We're going to create the button from the Create New Choice Button method. Creating new elements is as simple as creating a new instance from the respective class. For example, buttons are created with the button class. Create a variable called choiceButton with the button class as the type. Set the value to a new instance of the button class. Just like that, we've created a button. It's not going to appear in the document. Currently, it only lives in memory. Before adding it to the document, let's apply classes and styles. Call the choiceButton.addToClass list method. In our style sheet, we have a class for applying the button's styles. They're accessible from our script. The name of the class was called MenuButton. Next, let's set the choiceButton.text property to the choice.text property. Updating this property affects the button's inner text. One more thing before adding it to the document. If there are multiple buttons, they might be too close to each other. Let's apply margins to the button. Set the choiceButton.style.marginRight property to 20. The value of this property must be an integer. Unity adds the pixel unit of measurement on our behalf. We do not need to include it with the value. Our button is ready. The next step is to add it to the group. Elements can be added as child elements by calling the add method. Call the choices group.add method with the choice button variable. All elements have a method called add for inserting an element. The element passed in will become a child element. That's it. The UI should be able to display the choices as buttons. Let's try testing our work. Try playing the game in Unity. If we talk with the NPC, the choices should eventually pop up. Both choices from our story have appeared. We've successfully added our choices as buttons to the player. The next step is to allow players to select a choice. Currently, nothing happens when the player presses the E button. In the following lecture, let's begin adding this feature.